multi-let investment in Forest Hill, Johannesburg. Now, a multi-let is similar to a buy-to-let, but instead of just purchasing one unit or one property with a family or where a family can stay, you're buying a property where multiple people can stay. It's a great strategy, but it is a bit advanced. You probably don't want to jump into this as your first investment because it's quite capital intensive, and also the risk can sometimes be higher if you don't know what you're doing. So let's have a look at this opportunity. So I'm going to open it up here. Where is it? It's this one, sorry. Okay. So now we're looking at this this one. It is under offer, which probably means that it will be sold by the time in the next few days, but that's fine. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to look at some pictures. So this is the outside of the property. Asking price is 1.3. I've actually seen this property. I've gone and viewed this one. It was quite interesting. So this property is on the street where Forest Hill High School is. Really good area, really nice, but this property was very run down and very dilapidated. So the owner tried to sell it for about 6 to 12 months. It was sitting on the market doing nothing. He then chased away the tenants, repainted and finished the property up, and fixed it up, and now is selling it again. So this is a property that I know just from experience requires no renovation, is currently in great condition, but has got 0 tenants. Okay, now that's important for us to know. Unfortunately, there aren't any photos on the inside of the property, but we'd obviously have to go and view the property before we make any kind of offer anyway. So 1.3 is the asking price. It is 4 times 2-bedroom units, and each is renting for about 4,500, grossing 18,000 Rand return. Great. Rates and taxes are 600. Levies will be 0 because as a freehold you don't have any levies. Okay, so if I go back here to my calculator, I'm just going to take this link and I'm going to put it into my calculator so that I have reference of it. Okay, so the asking price is 1.3 million. I think that's already quite a low offer. I would maybe go in at like 1.1. The rental is 18,000. We go to the next step. We go to our buying costs. Okay, so here first of all we're going for 1.1. So now when you're looking at a multi-let, to get a 90% loan to value is quite tricky. You're more going to get like a 70% loan to value. Right, that's also what makes multi-lets a little bit harder, is that they're harder to finance. So 70% loan to value means you're going to get a 770,000 Rand loan from the bank. It's a freehold and you're going to buy it as a company. So let's see, your transfer costs are 55,000 Rand. So step 2, 55,000. Refurbs, I'm going to skip it just because I know that this property has been recently renovated, so it should be in good condition. Finance, I'm going to go 70%, and I'm going to go at probably about an 11%, maybe even a 12% interest rate. 20 years you can get it at 20 years. It depends what institution you use. If you use the traditional banks, you're probably looking at a 10 to 15 year period because they'll see it as a commercial loan unless the property is sectionalized. If the property is sectionalized, you can just get 4 home loans for each individual unit, and then you can quite easily get a 20-year term. But if you use someone like a Tough or not Tough, if you use Combined Finance or Sentinel Homes, you could probably get a 20-year loan without too much hassle. Okay, so from a cash flow perspective, levies are 0, which is great. Rates and taxes is 600. Insurance, you're probably looking at about 100 to 150 per unit, so I'm going to go with 600 as my budget. Voids. Now when you're looking at multi-let, your chance of a vacancy is higher. Right, if you buy 1 buy-to-let versus 4 buy-to-lets, the 4 buy-to-lets have a higher chance of being vacant than the 1 buy-to-let. So I usually go for between 8 and 10%. I know this area is really safe, so I'm going to go with an 8% void. Management at 8%, and maintenance, because it's been really newly renovated, I'll probably only put 5% aside. Actually maybe 8% as well. So the cash flow here is looking pretty healthy at 3,800. So step 1, we verified that the cash flow makes sense. Now we need to go to step 2 and see if the return on investment makes sense. Now the ROI here is at 11.8%, which is not bad. Again, if we compare that to whatever you're getting at the bank, it might be twice as hard as what your money is doing in the bank. The big thing you need to look at here is capital invested. To buy one flat, the Potchefstroom flat, you needed about 60 to 70,000 rand to do that deal. For a multi-let, you need 385,000 rand to do it. So that's why, as much as multi-lets are very exciting and great cash flow opportunities, you also need the resources to be able to do it. Now that 385, you can do that with, if you've got the savings, you can buy the property, or you might want to raise private finance from an uncle or a friend or a group of people. You might want to do a stokvel kind of crowd financing route. You might want to get a personal loan from your bank to cover that portion. There's many ways in which you can raise the finance, but the reality is, if you're starting your property journey, a 70,000 rand property is going to be a lot easier to start with than a 385,000 rand multi-let. So that's why, as much as I want to push everybody into multi-let, from a realistic standpoint, you probably just want to ease into one or two buy-to-lets and then expand and grow as you become more confident.
Are you tired of having more month at the end of your money? It's time to venture into property investing. And although it may seem scary, don't worry. We've created tons of resources to help you get started. From tools that help you analyze deals, to online training courses, to one-on-one specialized coaching. Click the link in the comments below and get started today.